Welcome friends. Myself Sushant Kumar Naik, Assistant Professor, Department of Education, Rajiv Gandhi University, Arunachal Pradesh. Today I have prepared a screencasting video for you on the topic our environment. Let us discuss the basic components of our environment, its definitions and the other parts in this presentation. First of all, we will go that what is environment. Environment, we all always cite that this is my environment, and actually what does it mean? Environment means that our total surrounding where we live. It is a place, people, things and nature that surrounded any living organism. We are living organisms and we are surrounded by many things, and it is a basic life support system. That means it provides the air, and it also provides the water we drink, and it also provides the food we eat and the land where we live. And it is a combination of natural and human-made phenomena. And what we know from this slide, that without environment it is impossible to sustain. That means whether we eat or we breathe or we live, we need an environment. We alone cannot stay. We have to stay with all together, and all parts of the environment is involved for our existence. Now one by one we will know that what is the meaning and the origin of the word and its definition of environment. Environment is derived from a French word environia, which means surround, and it has two important components, that is abiotic and biotic. As you know, abiotic means absence of life. That means non-living part, or you can say the physical part. And the biotic part, that is the living part of the environment. In the other slides, I will tell you the detail about all these two things. And as you know, in different types of environment surrounded with us, there are the forest, deserts, urban areas, polar areas, oceans, wetlands, and grasslands. These are different types of environment surrounding us. This is a picture for you which illustrates the environment, and you see the first, this is air, soil and water, and they all together made the physical environment, and these are the non-living components of our environment. And the second, that is the fish and the flower, the all other living parts, and they made the biological environment, or we can say the biotic part, and all together they made the environment. And here in this slide we will know the components of our environment. Environment mainly consists of atmosphere, hydrosphere, lithosphere and biosphere. Because as you know that atmosphere provides us air, and hydrosphere provides us the water we drink, and lithosphere the hard part where we live, the soil, and biosphere means all the living organisms, maybe plants, maybe the plants, or maybe the small organisms or animals, we depend upon them. And we know that we can roughly divide the environment in the following types. We can say micro environment, macro environment, physical environment, biotic environment, all and etc. There are many other parts. The microenvironment refers to the immediate local surrounding of the organism. That means suppose we are the organism, immediate surrounding among us, that is the local environment, or we can say that is the micro environment. And what is the macro environment here? Macro environment refers to all the physical and biotic conditions that surround the organism externally. If we taken into the forest, our climatic conditions and our we can say the topography, all these things are the macro environment for us. The physical environment refers to all biotic factors or conditions like temperature, light, rainfall, soil, minerals, etc. It comprises of atmosphere, lithosphere and hydrosphere. As already I have mentioned, with all these three things, that is atmosphere, hydrosphere, lithosphere and biosphere, we are able to sustain in our environment. And here is another diagrammatic representation for you, the environment, physical, biological, and also human beings made another environment that is called cultural environment. And here we can see in the physical part, lithosphere, the hydrosphere, the atmosphere. And in the biological part, the flora, the fauna, the microbes are there. Flora means all the plant parts, and all sorts of plants are coming under the flora, and they have the life. And in the fauna, all the organisms, it may be the higher order animals, or it may be insects, it may be reptiles, it may be other, all animals, they are coming under fauna. Microbes means the bacteria, the virus, and all other small tiny microorganisms. And in the cultural environment, we have made our own society, and that makes the social environment, and it differs from state to state, from religion to religion, and they have their own social setup. And we have our own political environment, and you all know in India we are divided into political groups, and we have our own economical environment also. The rich class, the poor class, the middle class, all these are coming under the cultural environment. And now another important term which is associated with our environment, that is ecosystem. That means eco means the grid part, and where the organism interacts with each other and the environment, and that all total system is known as ecosystem. Organisms interacting with each other and the environment. We are the organism, how we are interacting with our own environment around us. So here the ecosystem term, if you know the definition, a group of living organisms that interact with one another and the non-living physical environment as one unit. That means how we are interacting with the non-living part, that means the physical environment, as one unit. And as already we know, the factors in an ecosystem, there are important two factors, the biotic factors, that means the living components of an ecosystem, and in that living components we have plants. Plant means all the flowers, trees, shrubs, etc. And the fauna, that means the animals, the mammals, fish, birds, reptiles, etc. All these are the biotic factors of the ecosystem. And the abiotic factors, all the non-living physical and chemical parts of the ecosystem are the abiotic factors. And example like non-living things, sun, clouds, air, sand, all the things are coming under the abiotic factors. Here there is a difference between, many of the times it comes as a question, what is the difference between the biotic factor and the abiotic factor? The components of an ecosystem here, and I have been differentiated into two types. One side is biotic factor, another side is the abiotic factor. And in biotic factor, these are living, and these are the living part of an ecosystem. And in abiotic factor, these are the non-living parts of an ecosystem. And the examples include plants, animals, dead plants of organisms, waste products from organisms. All that means these all are from the living source. And abiotic factors, the examples include air, water, rocks, sand, soil, light, temperature, etc. That means the parts which has no life, but it has an important role to give us life, that means to sustain all the living things. Without the abiotic factors, the biotic factors cannot sustain in the environment. So our role is to conserve and save the abiotic factors also. We should not pollute all these abiotic factors. If once the abiotic factors get disturbed, no doubt the biotic factors will be disturbed. And these are the type of ecosystem, and some of the examples like the natural terrestrial ecosystem, like a grassland. You can see the picture here, and the forest, the desert ecosystem, already there is a picture you see, and the natural aquatic environment here, the ecosystem consists of marine and ocean, the freshwater lakes, and in artificial or man-made or the anthropological ecosystem is like aquarium, the crop field. All these things are the types of ecosystem. In this picture, I have already visualized here. And in ecosystem, all the organisms, they are interlinked or interconnected or interdependent with each other. You can see this picture here. All the organisms are interdependent and interact with each other. Already our ecosystem definition already defines that interaction among the organisms is the ecosystem. So like that you can see here the mouse, it is eaten by the owl, and snake, and the rabbit is eaten by wild cat, and the lion is the top predator. Here you can say the consumer, the green plant is the producer part, and all other animals they consume it, or they can say consumers, and finally the lion is the top predator. It is a kind of chain of interdependence that is known as food chain. And food web, another concept is also called food chain and food web, where it shows the interdependence of the organisms with each other. Here it is another picture to show you the producer, the primary consumers, secondary consumers, tertiary consumers, and quaternary consumers. You can see the green plants, then the insect, then the rat, frog, fish, and in the tertiary consumer, snake, crane, dog, sparrow, and the top consumer or the quaternary consumer is the hawk. And all are interconnected and interdependent. If one system is disturbed, the whole system will be hampered, or we can say it will be also disturbed. And you know, in our ecosystem, we are already in a biosphere. We can say we are binding by the three components of our earth, that is hydrosphere, lithosphere, and atmosphere. And all these three together make a biosphere of the living part of our earth. And in our earth, or in our ecosystem, if there is a single organism, it is known as individual. If the many individuals, they combine, become a population, and many populations, they form a community, and many community, they made an ecosystem, and many ecosystems, they form a biome, and by many biome we have a biosphere, which is the living part of the earth. Here this is a picture how the gradation has been increasing in each and every level. And in this is another example, that organism, population, community, ecosystem, and biome part in case of an ecosystem. Here it is been depicted. And with this, we came to know that our environment is a very delicate, and it is very interlinked with each and every part of our basic components. That means our biotic and abiotic components. And if any component of our ecosystem or environment is disturbed or polluted, no doubt the other part will be definitely be disturbed or hampered, and as a result, we all living beings will be in an danger condition. Nowadays, you know, pollution, deforestation, and the global warming and the greenhouse effect we are facing day by day. All these unnatural phenomena are happening to us. What may be the reason? Because we human beings are extremely manipulating our environment. We are now doing such activities which disturbs the natural setup. Natural setup means there is a balance between the our biotic part and the abiotic part. We human beings knowingly disturbing, or we can say we have made such activities which has created a panic situation among the other living organisms. That means by deforestation we have made habitat loss, and by overusing of the natural resources or the abiotic parts, we have polluted our air, we have polluted our water, and we have polluted our land. And all these things are ultimately going to be a boomerang for us. So through this environment chapter, I am going to create an awareness for you, so that you will be much more aware to share and conserve and preserve our environment for the next future generation. With this, I am taking a goodbye from you. I hope you have enjoyed my lecture. Please give me your valuable feedback. Thank you. very much.